Hello, it's Alan Smith with you for half an hour or so of uplifting stories from around the world. This is the Happy Pod from the BBC World Service. Now here's a fascinating personal story of triumph over adversity. Hannah Studley, who lives in Israel, was attacked and badly injured twice in her early 20s and experienced chronic pain for decades. But then a psychologist suggested she might be able to tackle that pain by changing the way she thought about it. And she says that for her, it worked. Hannah now has her own coaching practice, and she says she's helped hundreds of clients around the world. She spoke to Richard Hamilton.
I got very messed up in my head. I was terrified to leave the house. I wasn't eating properly. I wasn't sleeping. The doctor just kept asking me to tell the story again. But I remember screaming in my head, thinking, I do that all day at home. I need you to help me not do that. So I never went back. That was the only treatment I ever got.
But you lived for many years with chronic pain.
Yes, I had chronic pain for about 25 years, and so bad that there was a couple of times I was paralyzed and rushed into the emergency room. It was agony. I had a walking stick by the time I was 27 years old. About 10 years ago, I came across a new understanding of how the mind works, and I went to London to train as a practitioner, and when I finished the 6-month course, all my pain had gone away. It was amazing. I learned about it from a friend. And as soon as I heard that I didn't have to do all these techniques and activities to control my thinking anymore, I fell in love with it because I now see that's why my body was screaming at me, because I was constantly trying to fix and change how I felt. And when I stopped doing that, the pain went away. And the basic idea for me was that I wasn't broken and didn't need fixing. Yes, my body had gotten damaged, but really the inner part of me can never be broken. Everything from the pain to being anxious or fearful, we're feeling that thinking, and that's what's creating our experience. I didn't know that my pain could go away. I thought because of the damage that I'd experienced that it would be with me for the rest of my life. So when I got excited about these ideas, it wasn't to fix the pain. But as my mind slowed down, as I started to understand and I had more and more insights, my body didn't need to scream at me anymore, so the pain went away.
Have you come across a lot of skepticism from traditional psychotherapists and counsellors and medical experts?
Yeah, they kind of see me as an amateur. I work with people with physical issues because that's my experience. I work with people with trauma and anxiety. I work with people with all kinds of mental health issues. And I haven't found any situation where this hasn't been helpful. It's been amazing. One of my very first clients had fibromyalgia, and she'd had it for 5 or 7 years. She was in so much pain she couldn't sit in a restaurant to eat a meal because the chair was uncomfortable. Her husband couldn't even give her a hug. After a few sessions, she started to feel better. She started to have her own insights. And by the time we finished a group of sessions, she ended up flying from Germany, where she lived, to Miami for a vacation, a dream holiday. And she's doing great. And we're still in touch. And I know she's still doing wonderfully. I've seen all kinds of situations where people feel like their world is very small and things are hopeless. And when they understand that they were just feeling some really horrible negative thinking and that thought has passed, they're free and their bodies get free too.
Hannah Studley, who found a new way to overcome her chronic pain and rebuild her life. This edition was mixed by Nicola Bruff and the producers were Holly Gibbs and Rachel Bulkley. The editor is Karen Martin. I'm Alan Smith. Until next time, it's goodbye.